You still go to work. You still answer messages. You still do what you're supposed to do. But lately, something feels wrong. Not dramatic, not obvious. Just different. You laugh less. You feel disconnected more often, and even when nothing bad is happening, you still feel mentally heavy. That's the strange part about losing yourself. Most people don't notice it immediately. It happens quietly. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. Because one of the biggest dangers in life is not pain. It's drifting away from yourself slowly, without realizing it's happening. A lot of people think burnout feels like collapse, but sometimes burnout feels like emotional numbness, constant exhaustion, low patience, mental fog, feeling disconnected from your own life. You stop feeling fully present, and eventually, you start functioning on autopilot. What part of yourself do you feel most disconnected from lately? Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to return to his own mind, because the world slowly pulls your attention everywhere else. Work, stress, pressure, expectations, noise. You wake up tired. You replay conversations constantly. Small things irritate you faster. You feel mentally overloaded even after resting. And eventually, you start asking yourself, why don't I feel like myself anymore? The dangerous part is, most people try to solve this by pushing harder. More work, more productivity, more distractions, more stimulation. But the problem was never lack of effort. The problem was disconnection. Marcus Aurelius believed clarity comes from returning inward, not escaping yourself, not numbing yourself, returning to yourself. Because sometimes the exhaustion you feel is not physical. It's emotional friction from living too far away from who you really are. And deep down, you usually know it already. You feel it after work, late at night, during quiet moments, during conversations that suddenly feel empty. You start realizing you've been surviving your life more than living it. Marcus Aurelius understood that peace requires alignment. Your mind, your actions, your values, your inner life, all moving in the same direction. Because when your outer life keeps moving, while your inner self keeps disconnecting, eventually something inside you starts feeling emotionally lost. Do you notice this feeling more at night or after work? And maybe nobody has said this clearly lately, but feeling lost does not mean you're broken. Sometimes it means your mind is trying to tell you something important. Marcus Aurelius believed awareness changes everything. Because once you clearly see the drift, you can slowly begin returning to yourself again. Not through motivation, not through pretending, not through forcing positivity, but through honesty, stillness, awareness, and paying attention to what your mind has been trying to say underneath all the noise. You do not need to become someone new. You may simply need to stop abandoning yourself slowly. If this felt familiar, subscribe. This channel is about modern stoicism, emotional clarity, and learning how to reconnect with yourself in a world that constantly pulls you away from who you are.